Burjo, one a very top athlete, and he still is to this day, is Luis Suárez, who I know that you worked quite closely with during your time at Anfield. I remember you telling me a great story about you were actually calling to play a training game. Tell us about that. And Suárez was on the opposition.
Yeah, I worked closely with him because he was always suspended. So keep working on his. And he came to us having bitten the ear of an opponent in the Dutch league. He was captain of Ajax at the time, and we actually weren't supposed to be training with him because the signature wasn't through yet. But it was a Sunday session after a Saturday game, and the coaches wouldn't turn up, so it was just me taking the players. It was guys Maxi Rodriguez and Lucas Leiva and Jamie Carragher and good players, and so if there was an odd number, I'd join in. And for an hour and 20 minutes in the indoor, because we couldn't risk people filming and seeing Suárez, he kicked the living shit out of me. And I couldn't believe it. I thought, who is this guy? And I was really close with Maxi Rodriguez because he's probably still my favourite player of all time. And I said to him, and Suárez didn't speak any English, and I said, what's the go with your mate? You know, like I'm a hack. Why is he worrying about me? And Suárez came over and just said, Professor? And I went, yeah, that's what they call the fitness coaches in South America. And he just said, in whatever language you were speaking to Maxi, when you're on the pitch, you're a player. Outside, you get my respect. You know, I couldn't believe it. I just thought, wow. And I remember Carragher walking off going, he's going to be all right for us.
You labelled him, Burjo, the most competitive sportsman you've ever worked with. Is that right?
Yeah, comfortably. Honestly, he would cheat to win at anything. We could be playing cards or FIFA or anything like that, and the guys would be playing later. I actually put a heart rate monitor on him at night to try and calm him down the night before a game, because he was just getting way too competitive in their FIFA battles with Lucas Leiva and Maxi Rodriguez, to try and show him how hyped up he was getting at night. Because he, you know, when you saw his upbringing and his background and where he grew up, you could probably understand why he was so competitive, because he just wanted to get out of that environment. But it didn't matter, training, football, tennis, whatever it was, he just had to win and would cheat to do it. But probably one of the best memories, and this is, I haven't said this too much because it could get me into trouble, but was the Suárez match at Old Trafford, when so Suárez had been suspended for the vilification or alleged vilification of Evra, and we went back to Old Trafford when his suspension was up, and the tension around that game was unbelievable. And then afterwards, Evra celebrating in the to the crowd, and Steve Clark, the Scottish manager, said to me, can you go and protect, because to football players, Aussie rules players, I'm small, but to football players, I'm big. And so he said, go and protect Suárez, because he could get himself into trouble here. And so I ran out onto the field, and you can still see the vision of it. And I'm standing behind Suárez as Evra's running around, dancing like an idiot around him. And but when we went into the tunnel, Evra was right next to Suárez, and Dirk Kuyt came running over the top and belted Evra. And then I'll never forget it. Rio Ferdinand came in to try and break it up, and then Daniel Agger, who was a tough sort of gang member in Denmark, and he grabbed Rio Ferdinand by the throat with one hand, put him up against the wall, and just said, "Don't you touch him." And honestly, Ferdinand was shitting himself, and I thought, yeah. Then the security guys came in, and Ferdinand was talking tough when there was 8 security guys in front of him. But I was literally right in the mix.
I love that, Burjo. That's they're the stories that no one knows about. We love those ones.
That was brilliant.